All right, everybody, get ready because today we are really going deep on this one. Going deep on a real estate story that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat.
Oh, I like it.
So imagine, okay, you're looking for your dream house, but it takes you not just, a few months, but years.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what happened to Alex and Chrissy. And their 4-year journey to find their home is all captured in their YouTube testimonial that they did on Chris Thompson Real Estate.
4 years, that's a really long time in real estate.
It is.
It really makes you think about what the market must have been like when they were looking.
Yeah, what do you think was going on back then? I mean, they started looking mid-pandemic.
Yeah, mid-pandemic, so,
Yeah.
incredibly low inventory, like very few houses on the market, and then you've got tons of competition from other buyers.
Yeah, so many people trying to buy at the same time.
Exactly. So you can imagine it was really tough for them to find a place. And then on top of that, just the emotional roller coaster, that comes with, searching for that long.
I can't even imagine 4 years of just constantly looking at houses and like getting your hopes up and then being disappointed and starting over again.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is. But you know what really stands out to me about their story is they really knew what they wanted.
Mhm.
They had this vision and they just refused to settle.
That's so important, especially in a market like that. When things are moving so fast, it's
Mhm.
easy to just kind of get caught up in the frenzy and make a decision that you might regret later.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you might feel pressure to just take whatever you can get.
Right, exactly. Their story is such a good reminder that, it's okay to be patient, to really understand what you absolutely need in a home, what you're not willing to compromise
You're
on.
not willing to budge on.
Exactly. And that way you're much more likely to end up in a place that you truly love.
And speaking of like wild experiences, they told this really funny story about an open house they went to that was a total disaster.
Oh.
They waited in line for it sounds like it was forever. The line stretched around the block. And when they finally got inside, they found out that you weren't allowed to take pictures of the place beforehand.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Like they were going in totally blind.
Totally blind. And it turned out that the actual property was like a total mess.
Oh, no.
Like people were yelling at the owner or the agent. I'm not even sure who it was, but it sounds like it was a very emotionally charged environment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Open houses can be kind of crazy. Sometimes you've got all these people with different expectations. Some are serious buyers, some are just curious, and then you've got the sellers who might be stressed out, and then you've got the agents trying to manage everything.
Yeah, it sounds overwhelming.
It can be, but this situation that they described actually brings up a really good point about staging and presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what looks like a hot opportunity might actually be a total dud.
Right, like smoke and mirrors.
Exactly. So it's always a good idea to ask for a floor plan beforehand, if you can, so you can kind of visualize the space, see if there are any red flags or anything that just doesn't work for you.
That makes so much sense because sometimes you get so caught up in oh my gosh, this is a great neighborhood, or oh my gosh, this has a lot of potential. But then when you actually see the layout or really think about it, maybe it's not such a good fit.
Right.
And-
Exactly. It's all about being prepared.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they went through all of that, but eventually they found it.
They found the one.
They found the one. They found their diamond in the rough, and it had everything that they wanted,
That's amazing.
including the one thing that they absolutely would not compromise on:
What was that?
land.
Oh, nice. Yeah, land is such a big one for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I mean, it gives you so much more space and freedom.
Yeah, and it can really add to the value of a property.
Absolutely. So they found this place, and they're going all in on renovations. I mean, they're knocking down walls, they're redoing the floors and the lighting. They're even putting in a pool table room with luxury vinyl plank flooring.
Nice. So they're really making it their own.
They are, and I love that they're choosing to match that luxury vinyl plank flooring to the flooring in their master bedroom.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
It creates a sense of flow and continuity.
Yeah, and it shows that they're really thinking about the design and how everything's going to work together.
Definitely. And, it's interesting that they're choosing luxury vinyl plank flooring. It's really popular right now
Yeah.
because it's durable, it looks great, and it's pretty easy to maintain.
It's super practical.
Yeah.
And they're really prioritizing entertainment, too. They're turning their basement into a full-blown movie theater.
Wow, that's awesome. Complete with stadium seating.
Yeah, stadium seating, and get this, a popcorn machine.
Whoa. They are serious about movie night.
Full-on home theater experience.
That's so cool. It's interesting how people are really focusing on creating these spaces for entertainment and relaxation at home now more than ever.
Yeah, it's like our homes are becoming our sanctuaries.
Exactly. Especially with everything going on in the world, people are looking for ways to de-stress and enjoy themselves in the comfort of their own homes.
And it's not just about, having a nice place to relax. It's also about having a space where you can connect with friends and
Yeah,
family.
and create memories. I
Exactly.
love how they're really incorporating their passions into their home design.
Me too. And their dedication to this project is amazing. I mean, they're thinking of everything. They're even planning to open up the kitchen and remove that extra door to the mudroom.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
So they're going for a more open concept.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I wonder if that'll affect the flow of traffic between the kitchen and the mudroom.
It'll be interesting to see how that all works out, but I think it'll definitely create a more spacious feel.
Yeah, definitely. And, it's great that they're tackling the main living areas first before moving on to the basement. It's a smart approach, especially if they're planning to live in the house during renovations.
Oh, yeah. Definitely makes it more manageable.
It can get pretty chaotic living in a construction zone.
Yeah, for sure. But it sounds like they have a really good plan in place, and they're being thoughtful about every step of the process.
Yeah, they seem super organized, which is key for staying on budget and on schedule with any renovation project.
Absolutely. So their story really is a testament to patience, persistence, and a clear vision. It makes you really think about what your own must-haves would be in your dream home.
He does.
So if you were in their shoes, what's the one thing you would not compromise on?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think about that for a second.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. If I had to pick just one thing, it'd have to be natural light. I just love spaces that are bright and airy.
Yeah, I feel the big windows skylights.
Exactly. A sunroom,
Hmm.
maybe that's my
Right.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, I totally see that natural light. It just makes a space feel so much more welcoming. And you know what? If I had to pick one thing,
Okay, what would you pick?
it would have to be a dedicated space for creativity, like a studio, a workshop, or even just like a little cozy nook
Oh, I love that.
where I can write or paint or, just let my imagination run wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a space that's just for your creative pursuits can be so rejuvenating. It's like you're carving out a little corner of the world where you can fully express yourself.
Exactly. And it's interesting because, when we think about Alex and Chrissy, their basement movie theater is kind of like that for them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's their dedicated space to unwind and connect and just, enjoy something that they're both passionate about.
Yeah, totally. It shows that a dream home isn't just about, checking off boxes on a list. It's about creating a space that reflects your passions and brings you joy.
Absolutely. And it's pretty remarkable when you think about how long they searched for their dream home, like 4 years, you know?
Right. It is, especially in today's world where we're so used to instant gratification.
Yeah, everything is at our fingertips.
Right, exactly. We expect things to happen quickly,
Yeah.
but the home buying process, it often takes time and patience.
And research.
Definitely. You have to do your homework, understand the market. Be prepared to make some compromises along the way.
Yeah, and you have to be willing to trust the journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes the perfect home comes along when you least expect it.
So true. And, speaking of the home buying process, it can be pretty intimidating, especially for first-time buyers or anyone who hasn't bought a house in a while.
There's a lot to learn and consider: mortgages, inspections, negotiations, all that paperwork. It can be overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be. But, stories like Alex and Chrissy's, they remind us that even in a challenging market, even when it seems impossible, finding the right home is totally possible.
Absolutely. It just takes perseverance.
And I think their story also highlights the importance of having the right support system.
Yeah.
I mean, their real estate agent, Chris Thompson, he's stuck with them for 4 years. That's incredible.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. It really shows the value of building a strong relationship with your real estate agent.
Hmm.
Someone who understands your needs, someone who's going to advocate for you and go the extra mile.
Exactly. It's like having a trusted guide in your corner.
Yeah. Someone to help you navigate all the complexities of the market.
And, help you make informed decisions that align with your long-term goals.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not just about finding a house. It's about finding the right fit.
Finding the right fit for your lifestyle, your aspirations, your vision for the future.
Exactly.
You know what? Before we move on, I have a confession to make.
Okay. What's that?
I got so caught up in all the excitement of their renovation plans that I almost overlooked something really important.
Oh, really? What is it?
Okay, so they mentioned that they're planning to open up the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
But they're also closing off that doorway to the mudroom.
Huh. That is interesting.
It seems like they're being really intentional about creating a sense of flow and openness in certain areas while defining, those distinct spaces in other areas.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
Yeah.
It challenges that assumption that open floor plans are always the best.
Totally.
It's all about how you want to use the space, what works for you.
And their approach is a good reminder that personalization is key. While it's smart to consider resale value at the end of the day, your home should be a reflection of your unique needs and your style.
Absolutely. Your home should be a place where you feel comfortable and happy. It's
Exactly.
a place where you can be yourself.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Alex and Chrissy's home buying journey, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder.
Okay, I liked it.
So we talked about their must-haves, your love for natural light, my dream of a creative space, but what about those, extra special features that, while not deal breakers, would elevate a house to something truly extraordinary?
Like those special details that make a house feel truly unique and magical.
Exactly. It could be anything like a charming fireplace, a breathtaking view, a secret garden tucked away in the backyard. Those little touches that just spark joy.
Those unexpected elements that transform a house into a home.
Beautifully said. And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Alex and Chrissy's inspiring journey. So we've come to the end of this deep dive with Alex and Chrissy.
Yeah.
I hope everyone listening, has learned something from their experience.
Yeah, me too. Their journey. It just reminds us that even in a tough real estate market, it is possible to find the perfect home.
It is, and it takes patience, it takes persistence, but when you have that clear vision, you know what you want.
Yeah,
You can make it happen.
you really can. And, you know, don't be afraid to dream big. Think about those special features that would make a house truly feel like home for you.
Exactly. Those must-haves, whether it's natural light, a creative space, or just those little touches that make you happy.
It's all about making it your own.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe someday, we'll be talking about your home buying success story.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Until then, happy house hunting, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.